Satan, in a way, he likes you to get to that point. As you know, Satan is he owns the earth, just to say in a certain way. He owns this, he has certain power. So sometimes it's very easy to kind of see where all this fear from the media can take us. It will make us lose faith. It will make us just lose any hope, and it will defeat us even without fighting. There are different types of fear. One of them, like fright, panic, or terror, is exactly like the one that the terrorists create with their explosions of things or killing innocent people. The most shocking thing that they can do, the better, just to create fear. Because, like I said before, if you have fear, you might lose hope, and you are easier to be conquered or eliminated. Another typical thing is anxiety or worry. I can tell you that in the last, probably working from Chrysler, we always have a crisis. Every year there's some possibility that we are going to lose our jobs in different ways. And most recently, with all the situation here in Michigan, the economic situation, I had a lot of fear in that way. I had some anxiety. I was worried, like many of us have been worried about our jobs, our houses, our lifestyle, and that's another kind of fear that we have to deal with. Another way the fear appears to us is some people tend to run away or hide. And this very good example of that happened when in the Y2K. Before the Y2K, a lot of people prepared extremely well for any kind of problem. They will build houses outside of the cities. They will have a wooden stove to survive. They will have woods around them. So they prepared pretty well for that kind of stuff. But in a way, they were running away from the problem and hiding. Because if we really lose power in the entire U.S., you could have a lot of wood, and if it never comes back, how long is going to last you the wood? And even if you have a lot of raw material, there's going to be a lot of people needing that kind of raw material, so you're very likely to be attacked by them. So anyway, there were a lot of people running or hiding. And that's another kind of fear. Another typical representation of fear is timidity and cowardice. Cowardice. Okay, I said it right the first time. And I can just remember. I can remember a lot of situations sometimes when the spouses don't want to, or people that have a relationship, they don't really want to express what is going on in their lives to the other person. Because sometimes they will feel some kind of rejection or some kind of condemnation from the other person. And we really need to, or any kind of criticism. And that's another way that fear or something will show. I don't know if you remember, if you watched the movie Sleeping with the Enemy. It's a very old movie, long time ago. With Julia Roberts, yeah. You can see that Renz knows very well his movies. Thank you, Renz. Nobody knows it. Oh. Except you and me.
Alright.
Okay. Well, in that movie, she was like really afraid of what could happen to her. And what did she do? She ran away. Tried to save her life. Tried to survive. So it's a very good example for this. Another way the fear can be there is through people are very they present a different face of what is happening. I don't know if you have met anybody or some of your friends. Sometimes you ask them, you know that they are not doing very well. They don't, you kind of feel that they are not doing well. They don't have something like they don't have a job, and you're like, how are you doing? And they're like, okay. Like I will be screaming and crying and dying. And they're like, okay, it's not really they're not being open to you or to anybody. So they're just presenting a different face. And that's another way of showing fear for something. So it could be just fear to criticism, or I don't know what else. Maybe they don't want to lose their status that they have. I don't know. Another example of this I remember in another movie. I don't know if you've seen it. It's Medea's family reunion. There's who has seen that one? Warren again? It's a pretty funny movie. And except that one of the situations, one of the nieces of Medea, I think it's a niece, she's getting married. And when she is near people, she's like all smiles, and she looks so proud of her husband, fiancé, and she looks so happy, the wedding is coming, and all that. In reality, this guy was hitting her from the time that they got engaged. Hitting her, abusing her, and of course she was presenting this face of this face to others that everything was going well, but just because she was afraid of what this guy could do it to her. One time he tells her, "I love you to death. So if you want to leave, the only way is to leave through the window." And he's in a high building, in a tall building. So he's like, "Oh, the only way you can leave is through the door, through the window, pretty much. And because I love you to death." And that's how he presented. So she was truly afraid of the guy and the abusive relationship. And thanks to Medea, she's able to overcome the situation, just cooking breakfast for him, literally on him, and throwing the hot breakfast into his face and beat him up with a pan. I don't recommend that, but in extreme cases, we have to do what we have to do to protect ourselves. Another case that I remember is, I don't know how much you know about the Aztecs, but everybody just stopped thinking about the Aztecs in the fact that they used to cut open these guys with jade knife, and they extract the heart, and they offer it to their gods. This was not a hobby, they did that because they feared their God. They were really afraid of what the God could do or don't do for them. Like if they don't offer sacrifices, they will probably won't have enough water or sun for their crops. So they will have a bad year, or they will have some kind of disease that will kill all their children. So they were not just like, oh yeah, for hobby, let's kill all these people. It was their fear. And as a matter of fact, when the apparitions of Mary to the Indians,